Welcome back in. You don't just get to play in a Super Bowl. It takes a lot of folks to get there, and a lot of players and, of course, coaches on the sidelines. This afternoon, we have Dean Pease, a former NFL coach, here with us. Dean is from Northwest Ohio, coached high school ball here, college football, including 4 years at UT, and 17 years in the NFL, winning 2 Super Bowl rings. That's quite a resume, Dean.
Well, thank you, Dan. It was a blessed career, that's for sure.
So you just retired last year. This was your first year on the sidelines of not coaching football anymore. How tough was that to not be working anymore?
It was very hard. I'm still coaching the TV. I just nobody's listening to me, but it was hard. It was difficult. 50 years is a long time doing anything, and especially the hours that we put in as a coach. So it's been a transition, but it's been a great transition because I got a lot of family around here and grandkids, and that's been great.
So you went to Hardin Northern. You're from Dunkirk, right. Northwest Ohio kid.
Yes, I sure am. A little Dunkirk, Ohio, Hardin Northern High School. Yep.
First coaching job was Elmwood?
Was Elmwood High School, and then University of Findlay, and then a few stops in the MAC, and Michigan State, Notre Dame, a lot of different places.
Well, what was funny about he was on the staff at Navy, and that was when Nick Saban got the Toledo job back in 90?
90.
And summoned you back to your home area to coach for the Rockets.
He did. He called me and asked me if I would like to be the defensive coordinator here, and so we did. And then Nick left after 1 year. We were 9-2, won the MAC, and then Gary Pink will come in, who was a great guy, a great coach, and we had 3 more years here before I went to Notre Dame.
What made you go to the NFL? Obviously, an offer came, but did you have some interest in going to the NFL eventually?
No, I had no interest in ever going to college football. I liked high school football, and then college was there. Bill Belichick called me and says, hey, I got an opening here as a linebacker coach. Would you be interested? And sure. And then 2 years later, he named me the coordinator, and the rest is kind of history. The next 18 years I spent in the NFL.
Tell everybody what great players you have coached over the years. Ray Lewis,
I've had Ray Lewis, Teddy Bruschi. Half of them are on TV doing commentary now, and but Bruschi, Vrabel, Willie McGinnis, Junior Seau, Ed Reed, just goes on. The list goes on and on. But really between New England, we went to 2 Super Bowls there, and then went to a Super Bowl with the Ravens, excuse me, and that defense. I mean, we were loaded, and there's just been a lot of good players. Make you a good coach.
What is Bill Belichick like to know personally? I'm sure he's got friends, but his public demeanor is just very guarded, kind of quirky.
Well, but I think that's true. Like of all the head coaches, because everybody says I worked for Saban, then I worked for Holtz, then I went back with Saban, and then Belichick. They go, well, you worked for those 3 guys in a row.
Yeah, Saban's pretty rough too.
But they're not. The persona sometimes is not like the persona of players. Sometimes out there by the media, how they act to the media is a whole lot different than how they act to a guy that's working for them.
Yeah.
I loved all of them. They were all very loyal to me, and I was very loyal to them.
Yeah, Lou Holtz, how long did you work for him?
I was only there a year because then Nick got the job back at Michigan State and asked me to come back with him to be the defense coordinator.
Yeah, try to give us an idea where all you've worked over the last 30, 40 years.
Well, I retired after Baltimore. I started out Elmwood High School, University of Findlay, won a national championship with Dick Strom. Miami of Ohio, we won the MAC, went to the Naval Academy, came back to Toledo, won the MAC. Went to Notre Dame for a year, then Michigan State back with Saban. Then I went to Kent State as the head coach. Then I got called to New England for 6 years. Went to Baltimore for 8, retired for a week. And then Vrabel called me and asked me to come to Tennessee to be the defensive coordinator because I coached him at New England. The other thing is I coached John Harbaugh, the head coach of Baltimore. I was his college coach. So I've worked for 2 guys that were former players. Then I left there. I retired for another year, and then got a call from Atlanta. So they finished up there with 2 years.
So Super Bowl's coming up on Sunday. Any thoughts, any observations about the matchup?
The only thing I'd say right now, because they're both great teams, but and I got 3 players on the San Francisco team, and I got 2 coaches that coach for me on Kansas City. The only thing is right now Kansas City's hot. They've played the way they've played in the playoffs. They're a hot team. Like when we were at Baltimore in 2012, we became a hot team and we beat everybody. I mean, we beat Peyton Manning, beat everybody. So they're hot right now. Anybody can win, but right now San Francisco's a little bit hot, and I think really, San Francisco struggled a little bit to get through the games. They've won, which is big.
They were hot early in the year, and,
Yeah.
the Chiefs have been a work in progress all year, and maybe they're gelling at the right time. It looks like they have, and maybe the 49ers do not have it put together to go.
Well, I don't know. I just know that when the only thing that really hurt Detroit last week was Purdy scrambling, and
Sure.
if you stop that, I'm not too sure Detroit's not in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it'll be a great game.
Enjoyed talking to you.
Same here. It's
We
great
could
to be
go.
back in Toledo.
Welcome back home to your home area here. A lot of family in the area. Dean Pease, thank you very much. We'll be right back.